All right, so realize now that this whole fuse box needs to be fused, or not. It's going to be fused, but it can only be on when the ignition's on, right? So ignition is the key. The ignition switch is the key switch. I had that set up with a relay beforehand, so that's going to be there. I'm going to get a better securing method for it, but I kind of like that spot because it's like very visible ignition relay source. So the idea is then that this is going to be here to power the board. These wires are only probably 30 amps, so we'll have to put a 30 amp back at the battery, but this will go here. This will be the output on one of these. I'm not so sure. Oh, this goes to the battery and this goes to the board. So these wires are only like 30 amps, but so this will be hot at all times, coming into the ignition relay, switched by the key, and then output to the board, to the fuse block. And I'm gonna put this up here, just like this, and I think that's all right. Probably gonna just have to zip tie it in for now, but be able to, like, the idea would be you could unzip it and like pull it down to work on it, like here, right? So make it usable, but then it would just be kind of secured up there. Not the best, given that it's an electric board and that it could get wet under here, but that's the drain for the cowl, which has a pipe, a tube that goes through there. So we'll have to deal with that. But I'm kind of happy with this. This ground now can go directly to the grounds on here, which is kind of nice. So it won't be screwed into the body. And then my first loom of the day, right? Secure those cables going up and over through this galleyway here. So we start at the top, which is hot at all times, and then switched power to the main fuse block. So when the key is off and the key is out, there is nothing that is powered on, except maybe what I would do back here in this area would be the solar charging stuff. Battery, so I'm going to run my high voltage, or not high voltage, but high current, power and ground around here along this channel up into the fuse block. And I kind of like the idea of just running ground into here, because I think a lot of components are going to have power and ground together. I know it's extra wiring, but I'd rather just do it that way, since I can. But I will make a jumper to body ground also, because most other components in the car are already grounded to the chassis, so I'm going to have to do that. But yeah, these are the tiny little baby steps, and it's cool just to have all the wiring is now over there, and then I can start piecing stuff in. And I'm going to try to keep the wiring diagram as close to it as possible, so that it does make sense. So I think the next one that we're going to do is the lights, and the light switch and the turn signals and the turn signal flasher. Probably put that up in here so that you can hear it click, or maybe in here somewhere. And that'll be great. That'll be great, because then the things like the water pump and the vacuum pump, we can run right off of here, run it through that grommet, and those are critical for this 2.0 build, where, you know, we're really trying to get the car so it can just run and drive. Get in it, drive it, take someone for a ride in it, even if it's just got a 2-mile range. If it's just around the block, let's see what it can do, because everything beyond that is going to be batteries and aesthetics. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining the documentation.